The Anishinaabe people, the deep water people of the Ojibwe tribe, they look at hunting very differently from the way we white people do big game hunting. The Anishinaabe elders, they say that when they go out, they don't go out looking for an animal, they go out waiting for the one that's coming to sacrifice itself to them. And that's an interesting thing that they believe that, because according to archaeologists and anthropologists, probably 2 million years ago, human beings started hunting. They started hunting big game. But the odd thing about that was, it was a very small percentage of the diet. And they find totems and other artifacts that suggest this was the beginning of a religious or spiritual practice. And archetypal psychologists say that sacrifice, the killing in sacrifice, was something that shaped the soul. So the plunging of the knife into the victim, whether it was human or beast, at that moment produced a shudder, a wave of reality that made everyone feel the gift of life leave the victim. So why am I telling you all that? It's because I keep thinking, every Good Friday I say this, what makes this good? What makes Good Friday good? That story's horrible. Well, I think what I discovered this year, one of the things that makes Good Friday good, this is the day that marks our souls coming out, so to speak. It marks a finishing stage in the evolution of our spirituality. How many of you have been to an animal sacrifice? Nobody? No. It doesn't happen anymore. The writer of Hebrews, he points out in chapter 10, and every priest stands day after day at his service, offering again and again the same sacrifices that can never take away sins. But when Christ had offered for all time a single sacrifice for sins, he sat down at the right hand of God, and since then has been waiting until his enemies would be made a footstool under his feet. For by a single offering he has perfected for all time those who are sanctified. There's a lot of religious language in there that to our postmodern ears sounds kind of strange. But I think what the writer of Hebrews is getting at is that this story that we remember today, and there's 4 of them, you know, and they're all kind of different, but this story we remember today is an evolutionary stage, because I don't need to put a beast up here and plunge a dagger into it. That sacrifice has moved into the abstract. And when it did that, it happens all the time. It is holy. It is sacrificare, a holy thing. And that's what makes this Friday good. It's your coming out day and mine.